Okay, good morning children. Hope you are fine. Today we are going to discuss about 8th class of biological science assignment, 27th dated assignment. Here is 3 questions are here in this assignment. Understood? The subtopic is observing the cells in a leaf. Understood? So we are going to discuss one by one now. For the first question is how do you look at a leaf under a microscope? The first question is how do you observe a leaf under a microscope? That is the question. Once again I am telling you, how do you observe a leaf under a microscope? Understood? Here is we have to take one leaf and roll it like this. This is the leaf. Once look at me, this is the leaf. We have to roll it like this, not folding. You can be roll it like this. Leaf you can be roll it like this and take one razor. And cut through the roll like this. Take one razor means it is like this. You can cut like this. With the help of razor, you can be cut like this roll. Now you are getting some thin slices. Understood? Now you are getting some thin slices, and we have to take one of the slice and place it on the slide and put one drop of water on the slide and keep under the microscope and observe. Keep under the microscope and you can observe. Understood? That is the process of observing of leaf under the microscope. Understood? Is it clear? And our next question is, second question. What is the difference between unicellular and multicellular organisms? Second question is, what is the difference unicellular and multicellular organisms? This is our second question. What is the difference between unicellular and multicellular organisms? Is it clear? Here is some differences are here. Main important 2-3 differences are here between unicellular and multicellular. Once look at the board here. Unicellular. Here is a multicellular. Unicellular and multicellular. Name it says, depending on the presence of type of cells, the organisms are classified into 2 types. One is unicellular organisms, another one is multicellular organisms. Name it says uni. Uni means single. Understood? Name it says uni means single. Multi means many. Understood? So unicellular organisms means organisms which are containing a single cell. One type of cell only. Single cell. Such a type of organisms are called unicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms. Organisms which are containing more than one cell. That means many cells, numerous cells. Such a type of organisms are called multicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms. Is it clear? Here is in unicellular organisms, all the life processes done by single cell only. Understood? Here life process means respiration, digestion, transportation, excretion. All these are life processes. Different types of life processes taking place in our body. Generally, organism's body. But here all these activities, all these process done by single cell only. Understood? But here in multicellular organisms, all these life process, understood? Here different types of organization is there in the multicellular organisms. Understood? Not under the single cell. Here differentiation is there. Multi means already I told you now, many different types of tissues, different types of organs, different organ systems. Each and every system consisting specific function. Understood? For example, human beings, we are the multicellular organisms. For us, respiration, respiratory system is there, lungs are there. For excretion, excretory system is there, kidneys are there. For transportation, circulatory system is there, heart, blood and blood vessels are there. For digestion, digestive system is there, oral cavity and stomach, small intestine, large intestine, all those things are there. Understood? For specific functions, specific system is there in the multicellular organisms. Is it clear? So examples of unicellular organisms are amoeba and paramecium. Amoeba and paramecium, euglena, all those are protozoans especially. All the protozoans are unicellular organisms. But here in multicellular organisms, example fishes and amphibians, reptiles, mammals, all the animals, all the higher plants which are situated around us, all those are multicellular organisms. For example, man and fishes, fish, frog, all those are examples for multicellular organisms. Is it clear? These are the difference between unicellular and multicellular organisms. And next, third question. Next we are going to discuss about third question. That is, here is what is the difference between onion peel and cells in spinach? That is our question. Third question, what is the difference between onion peel and cells in spinach? This is our question. What is the difference between onion peel and cells in spinach? Here is a onion peel and spinach. Understood? Here is the cells are cylindrical shape in the onion peel. In the onion peel, when we have to observing under the microscope, the cells appear to be as a cylindrical shape. Like this cylindrical shape means this type of shape. Cells are arranged like this. Cylindrical shaped cells are arranged like this in the onion peel. This is cell wall. This is cell wall. Here nucleus is here, and inside jelly-like substance is there. This is cytoplasm. This is nucleus. This is the cell wall. The shape is cylindrical. What is the shape of cells in the spinach? Here round. Generally, the spinach, the shape is generally round shaped cells like this, and some are in bean shaped also. Kidney shaped or bean shaped cells like this. Understood? That is the difference between onion peel and cells in the spinach regarding to shape. Here cells are in the onion peel, all the cells are same type. There is no difference. All are cylindrical shape or rectangular shape. Cylindrical shape only. There is no difference. All the cells are same shape. Understood? But here in spinach cells are different. Some are round in shape, but some are bean shaped cells also there. These bean shaped cells, these are nothing but called, it is stomata. We call it stomata. Understood? Bean shaped. Once you look at this diagram, once you look at the board, here is, these are the epidermal cells arranged like this. These are the like this round shaped like this. Here some cells are arranged like this. This is bean shaped cells also here. That is nothing but we call it as stomata. So shape of the cells are different in a spinach. Is it clear? Here another important difference is here. Onion peel cells, when we are observing under the microscope, onion peel cells are colorless. Colorless cells we are observing. Why? Because here colorless cells means onion peel cells containing leucoplasts. Leucoplasts. Understood? The plastids are three types: leucoplasts, chromoplasts, and chloroplasts. Leucoplasts are the colorless plastids. Chromoplasts are the colored plastids. Chromoplast is the green colored pigment it is. Understood? But here in onion peel, leucoplasts are present in the onion peels. That's why it is colorless. Why leucoplast? What is the function of leucoplast? This leucoplast generally store the food materials, food substances. In onion, it stored food only. Colorless plastic it is. Understood? In spinach, the green color. The color is a green color pigment is there in the spinach cells. The green color pigment is chloroplast. That is chloroplast. Chloroplasts are present in cells in spinach, and onion peel leucoplasts are there. That is the difference between regarding to presence of plastics. Understood? So this is about our today's assignment, Amma. We'll meet you again. Okay. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you.